Legally Speaking with Crocker Law.
Lawyers are probably best known for their ability to fight and win cases in a court of law. But Cindy, at Crocker Law, what else do you see as an important skill for lawyers to have, or skills?
Well, I think there are a lot of important skills in being an effective lawyer: research, writing, know the law, understand not just how to be persuasive, but how to gather the information you need to get it right. But if you ask me, I think the most important skill you can have, especially in injury work, is the ability to communicate well and clearly.
And by communication, what do you mean by that exactly?
Well, that's a good question. People usually assume when you talk about communicating as a lawyer that you're talking about the part where you talk to the judge or talk to the jury or the adjuster, and certainly that's really important, to be able to communicate what's going on real well and make your case. But what I'm really talking about as an important skill is the ability to communicate with your client. You know, the whole time I was in law school, I don't think they ever talked about that, and yet I know it's important. You know, when I was in law school, my uncle, who's a miner in Western Kentucky, was injured on the job. He fell off a coal tipple and broke his neck, and it was very serious. He had a wife who didn't work and 2 kids. He had a disability claim and a workers' comp claim. But, you know, he would call me. I was a first-year law student. He would call me and say, "I got this letter. What does it mean? Can you call my lawyer and find out what's going on? I don't understand." You know, his whole life hung in the balance. And so it was an early lesson for me about how important it is to communicate, to keep your client informed of what's going on. And the other thing I've learned in my practice is communication involves listening as well. At the end of a case, I always say, you have a story to tell, and you can't tell a story that you don't know. If you don't talk regularly to your clients, you don't know their story.
All right, Cindy, well, thank you so much for joining us today, and please join us next time for Legally Speaking with Crocker Law.